Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Curly Confessions. We are on episode 7, and guess what? We are on a double feature episode. Like, what? I know I have been missing a little MIA, but these couple episodes I'm giving out to you double on a Monday. So, guess what? You have stuff to fill up your whole week. But today's episode is going to be revolved around dance. I am a dance teacher. We already talked about this before. If you're new to the podcast, hey guys, Kayla here. Grew up competitively dancing since I was little. Now I've done dance all the way through every grade, college. I'm really tired, guys. I'm filming this at 1 a.m, okay? I'm getting this out to you. But yeah, I've been dancing now. I've been a dance teacher for 3 years, but today's episode is going to be about our competition. We just had our first competition and my kids did amazing this competition. I'm so proud of them. The amount of work and dedication that they put into this year has been insane. The amount of growth I've seen from the students that I teach is insane. So that is what we're going to be talking about today. We just went to car dance competition in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, and we're going to be talking about how competition went, what the kids wanted me to talk about, and we're just going to dive right in, and I'm really excited for you guys to hear. So the first thing we're going to be talking about is pre-competition prep. We put a lot of competition prep into this season, and my kids did too. This year I had 20 group dances go to competition. Well, not 20 group dances, 20 dances go to competition, 5 being groups. So we do this thing for pre-competition prep. We obviously teach them. We kind of start in this year. We started in September. We started dances in September. Our first competition is here in February, and we had all that time to prep and practice my solos, duos, and trios, and one small group, because we treated that one, because it was like a select one. We treated that one like normal, regular privates. We do like 10 classes for them, and the rest of them, we have them almost every day they're assigned from, except holidays and stuff like that, every day they're assigned from the day we start in September all the way towards the end of the year, which we finish our competition season in July. So we have them for a long time. In our group dances, we do this thing called boot camps at our studio. That's what our director made up. They're not actual boot camps, okay? They're like long hour classes for each specific group. Like some of them could be ranging up to 7 hours depending on the group size and how long they're dancing. Another one could be like 4 hours, 3 hours, or 2. We kind of go just to get more time with the kids, make sure they're clean and they look ready on stage. But some of those rehearsals, I love my little chickadees. I call them my little discos. I have a little jazz, and they're ranging from the ages 7 to I think 10, but majority of them are younger in that class, and their attention span for more than 4 hours, I love them. Some of our practices hurt my brain as a teacher, but they are the most comedic kids I've ever had in my life. And also, some of them are a little cray, like outgoing cray. And when we're up at 7 a.m. trying to practice, it gets a little hectic. I love them, don't get me wrong, but they're 7, they're young, 8, 9, 10. They want to be doing other things rather than being in the dance room for so long. But they do put in the work. They do try. This year, I'm the youngest competition teacher at the studio. Me being 22, some of the kids on the team that are like the older ones of the team, I've danced with since I was dancing. So a lot of them know who I am. And so the younger kids, they see my interactions I keep my interactions pretty cordial. I think in my first year teaching, that was really hard because I was just 19 teaching. So a lot of the kids that I knew on the team and girls that I knew on the team were only a year younger than me or the same age as me. And it was kind of hard to navigate the first year. But this year I did a pretty good job on kind of just separating. My littles do come to me a lot for everything. I try to make it a job as a teacher, not to be like involved in their personal life, but like ask questions, ask them how school's going, and talk to them about what they like and stuff like that. So a lot of the time in class, they'll be like, Miss Kayla, have you seen the new video? Or like, have you seen this new dance? Have you seen this, and this? And sometimes we get off track, and sometimes I like to get off track with them because some of the things are so funny. But some of them do see me younger, so there's like kind of like it's not that they know I'm their teacher and they listen to me to an extent, but they're not scared of me because I don't like yelling. I'm not a big yeller teacher. I get more out of them with kindness and stuff like that. Every teacher has their teaching styles. I like a little bit of a harder teaching style, and that's what I worked with. I tried this year to be a little bit more harder, which I have been, and I think it's been working. I'm a little bit more harder on them. I'm still trying to navigate because I hate hurting their feelings because they're so little, and I don't want me to be the reason that they don't dance. And I'm trying to find that perfect balance where I could be like hard on them where they do well and they want to work harder, but also still be the fun teacher. So I finally these last couple weeks I finally found that good balance in between. But yeah, they've been working hard. They do well. They're just a funny group. My kids are just so funny. They're my little ones. I have ones in between that are like, two 1 8-year-old. Everybody else is like 10, 11, and 12 in that group dance that I have. And, they work really hard there. Hip hop did really, really well. First week off the bat of practicing, they did well. They worked hard. Their hip hop, I did something different. I didn't go the mainstream way. I went the other way. I feel like me growing up, being Latina, half Latina, I didn't see representation as much at dance competitions and seeing different styles I saw folklorico dance one time at a competition. And other than that, I never saw it again. So like at dance competitions, you rarely see stuff like that. So I wanted to bring some Latina fire and some, fire to some dance competition to show some culture, especially seeing the representation. And a lot of the kids that I have in my dance are Latina, and yeah, all of the girls are. Some of the girls, majority of the girls are. And so seeing that and seeing them dance that way and see the little fire and the love and the like brightness in their eyes when they heard the music was like something that made me happy and want to work hard for. The kids, all of the kids, I'm not joking, they all loved it. Some of them say that this is their favorite dance that they've ever had. The hard work and dedication that the kids put into the dance has been insane. They've worked hard from the beginning all the way to the end. I've never had trouble with them, which was like probably the best class that I've ever had. Practices, training, all that stuff, our boot camps and whatever, they worked really, really hard. The next ones are my older ones. My first 2 years, they're in my struggle group because they're teens. When I started teaching them, last year being a teenager, so I had a lot to learn from them. Now I found a good balance. Our classes go well. The balance that I found was I noticed when I was hard on them, it didn't really work. They're just like, oh, she's just mad, you know? And what I found out with them is telling them straight up, like telling them, I'm like, hey, this won't slide if you want to do well. Like, or this is, they would ask me questions like, well, Miss Kayla, what about this? Tell them the honest truth. And I do that with all my classes. I'm like, do you want the honest truth or do you want me to sugarcoat it for you? And they're like, honest truth. And I tell them the honest truth. And I tell them things and I'm like, I'm kind of scared how they're going to react, you know, because I don't want them to think I'm thinking of them in a bad way. But they take it and they're like, okay, let's go. And this is a first year, one of my younger students that was in my second level class moved up to my third level, and he's been rocking it. He's a boy. He's been doing really, really well, and he works well with all the older girls, and he's very positive, trying to get him tamed down a little bit because there's like some older girls in there that sometimes don't mess around. And so he's been trying to kind of balance that. So practices have been kind of funny because he's really loud and all the girls are like, what's going on? And I have one of the girls in there. She's just very, very, very positive, which I really, really love in the class. She uplifts everyone. She texts in the group chat, making sure everybody has their stuff. That is probably these 2 years have been one of my favorite years teaching the dances that I have. I have my little discos who go all crazy and are funny. And when they win on that competition stage, I'll go more into it, but they're so stinking cute. And then I have like my level 2 kind of dancers, my younger ones, and they just rock in, they kill in, they work hard. And then I have my older ones who this year just took me by surprise. no drama, no nothing, because teenagers, sometimes drama, no nothing, and they worked really, really hard. So the prep season has been really, really good. Solos and stuff was kind of difficult for me for prep season because I'm teaching such a variety, and I opened up my I would say opened up my palette to try more things and try new genres of dance and new styles of dance. So I did more open and contemporary, as well as like just some like different and darker like scary, not scary dances, but like just like very different, more mature, I would say, like just have a deeper meaning, I would say, like dances like that. And then on top of that too, I did some more jazzy stuff that I normally don't do, some more hip hop stuff, and it's been a wild ride to have. And in that is my small group that I do that has all the oldest dancers of the studio. And I took some hip hoppers from that group and I put them into a dance, and they rocked it for me at competition. Pre-prep, sorry girls if you're listening, you know pre-prep was really, really hard for them. They struggled to practice. I love them. They struggle to practice. All my kids know practice. I tell them to practice all the time. And practice is a big deal when you go to comp, especially when you're on a competitive dance team. You have to go home and practice. They didn't practice. We get to right before competition, literally a week and a half before we went to competition. And we did a boot camp for them where I changed the dance, literally like changed it because they didn't remember the choreography before. And the choreography before was just like not it. So we changed it, fixed it, had one more practice the day before we left for competition. And I am not joking, they did so well. Same with my sister and her friends duo. One of my really, really, really fun choreography wise was kind of like a struggle. They didn't like the music in the beginning, so they had a hard time kind of getting the dance to that. My mom did a boot camp with them because I literally, my teaching schedule throughout the week is insane. Like, I'm not joking. I'm there Monday through Friday, like long hours. And Lexi and my mom and one of the girls, they went in and they worked hard and got the dance done. And we went to go show we have like a big staging practice, killed it right before. And I was just like so happy that they finally were like, Kayla, we love the choreography. It's so good. I was like, girl, why didn't you do it before and fix it and try really hard? They did try. It's just, I think being a teenager and stepping out of your comfort zone is a little bit hard sometimes, but they did really, really, really well. All of my kids, I think my oldest ones going in, they worked hard. So they know that no matter what they get, they worked hard. And same with my younger ones, they both did. My little ones, some of them, it's their first year of competition, so trying to explain the competition levels and awards and stuff is kind of like so much information going into their brain. So they kind of felt good to go in. They love their costume and everything. I felt a little bit nervous because we do have some new ones on there and some of the younger kids. And if you're in a younger kid dance group and you're a teacher, you know it's kind of like you have to once they're on the stage, you can't really do anything. So they worked so hard though the last couple practices for me, and I felt confident with them going on, and they did amazing. Now, we're going to talk about competition, venue, atmosphere, all that stuff. This year, the competition venue, I've been going to the same competition venue since I was dancing at competition. I have not left that regionals in years. I've been going to that venue. It's at the North Idaho College, same auditorium, everything. It's a nice venue, nice backstage, nice stage. Nothing to complain about. Dressing rooms, I hate the basement dressing room. I don't know, I get creepy vibes every time I'm in there. I feel like I can't focus. So when I would dance there, I would be like so stressed out. We weren't in there this time, but guys, if you want to see like an in-depth thing about all of my dance stuff, I posted it on my TikTok. I did 3 episodes, day 1, day 2, day 2. Day 1, day 2, day 3 as a vlog. So if you guys want to go watch that, you guys should go watch that. Atmosphere though, very different this year. Nothing to the car staff. I love the car staff. They're so nice, and I love the competition as it is. some of the studios, as much as I love them and I've heard good things from them, I've seen good things from them. Some of the girls that when I danced there that came from them, so nice. But this year, I am not joking. Some some studios have been very negative and very mean. And as me trying to be very positive and kind hearted to people, it as a teacher, it's really surprising to see like when one of our students and would say good luck and the other studio just looks at you and like glares. Or but there's like some studios and some kids that like are very happy. It was very mixed. Like you could have like one of the girls be like from a studio be like, oh my gosh, great job. And or you're like, good job, you did awesome. And I would see that and they would be like, thank you. I even saw one person hug another girl. Then you have one from the same studio and you tell them good job and they glare at you. So this competition, I just saw more negativity than I normally do. There's always that competitiveness, I think, at dance competitions. I've seen it. I've literally been at competitions where it's been really, really bad and people don't like each other, or I've been at them where they've been amazing. So it's kind of all over the place. But yeah, it just surprised me. Some studios, I heard talking about like some of the kids, my kids, in like the dances that I taught in a mean way, which I thought was not okay. And it's crazy because it's just crazy to me that in the dance world, I feel like you should never bring down other dancers. I feel like nobody is the best dancer. There's no perfect dancer. So I feel like no room to judge, you know? So it's kind of hard to see, especially as a teacher, because you have to lift your kids so much to be confident and they hear that stuff and it's like it's a huge letdown. But if you guys are going to competition, try to be the studio that's uplifting and nice and kind, and try to be kind to all the students and studios and everything like that. I think it just happens. I just saw it more this time than normal. But that just happens at competition. Sometimes it's very like I it doesn't bother me, but it just made me upset and sad to see some of my kids hear that stuff, and you can't really do anything about it. And so yeah, just if you guys are going to a dance competition, keep the energy up, keep the good energy up, and just have it be positive and uplifting. I feel like that helps the kids and makes it a better place. The next one, I have like my things written down. Oh, now it's asking me how my routines went and any standout performances. So let me go here. Everyone, I am going to tell you, out of my 20 solos, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 out of my 20 dances placed in the top 10. What the heck? What the heck? As a dance teacher, that makes me so proud for my students, because I know that every single one of them worked hard despite the placing. But as a choreographer and as a student still like teaching myself how to be a better choreographer for the kids, I went through a lot of adversity this year trying to pick dances and try to be a better dance teacher and step out of my comfort zone. And this was just something that I needed as a teacher to just prove that I'm in the job that I'm meant to be in, because I love teaching. I love being a dance teacher. This just helped me be like, okay, people like my choreography and people like what is going on. I had great feedback from people backstage. I listened to the critiques from the judges and I'm taking it all in and trying to make it better. And my kids did amazing. I'm going to go through all of these so you guys can hear. I had one of my girls, she was a primary solo hip hop of 10 years. She placed elite top first, which is, if you're not in the dance world, elite top first is like placement. So it goes like, if you score in this, it's kind of, I hate to put grades into anything, but I'm going to today because some people don't get it. Elite top first is like an A. I feel like there's, it's like an A grade between this and this. I feel like, top first is like a B, you could work on things and figure things out, and then a first place is like a C. I hate putting it like that. I don't like putting it like that because I think all the dancers are amazing, but I want to kind of give people like a placement of what it was. But a lot of my kids that were at a top first were literally 2 points. I counted all of them. They were 2 points away from getting an elite top first. So all of my kids were super close to getting into that top bracket, and I'm so proud of them. So my first solo, like I said, hip hop, she got elite top first and 5th place overall. The second one of the second girls for her solo, she did a secondary solo for 12 years old. She got elite top first and 2nd overall. I got a secondary solo hip hop, 14 years, elite top first. And then I had my sister and her friends duo. They're an intermediate duo hip hop, 13 years old. They got an elite top first and 1st place overall. I had an intermediate duo hip hop, 14 years. They got a top first. I had an intermediate solo hip hop, 13 years. I got an elite top first and 6th place overall. My sister's solo got an open solo, 14 years. This was her first time ever doing open, like a jazzy one. She got top first. I had an intermediate solo open as well, another one. She got top first as well. I had a primary hip hop solo, 12 years. He got elite top first and 1st place overall. I had another primary solo hip hop, 15 years. She got a top first. I had a primary trio, 13 years. They were top first and 3rd overall. I had a primary trio hip hop, 10 years. Elite top first, New York All-Stars Award, and 2nd place overall. I had an intermediate solo open, 15 years, elite top first, Hollywood Award, and 6th place overall. I had a primary jazz small group, 8 years old. They got top first. They got a judge's choice. They were my disco one, and they got the judge's choice for disco dance, and they got 7th place overall. Our primary lyrical large group, 9 years, me and my really good friend Jade, she's another teacher. We choreographed this together. They got top first and best costume award. The intermediate hip hop small group, 13 years, which was my select small group, they got elite top first, judge's choice award for attack, and 4th overall. I had my primary large group hip hop, 10 years. They got elite top first, New York All-Stars, and 1st place overall. My secondary large group hip hop, 14 years. They got elite top first, 3rd place overall. I had a secondary hip hop duo, 12 years, elite top first, and 2nd place overall. And then I had a secondary open solo, 15 years, top first. And so my kids went out and rocked it. They did amazing. All of my dances rocked it. You guys don't even know. Some of the kids were like touching my face and they're like, Miss Kayla, you're crying, because I was so proud of my kids. Like, I could sit on a mountain talking. I was so proud of them. I have never like experienced the amount of joy. Like the first 2 years, like it kind of got up to it. But this year, I don't know, something in me, I look at my dance kids and I see them and I just see how hard they worked, and as individuals, it made me cry. I was so proud. I was like literally in tears. They would look back at me with my camera and I'm like, I'm crying. I'm so proud because they worked so hard and they deserved the wins. They deserved their everything. And I'm so excited for these next 2 regionals that we're going to, for them to go out and just rock it even more. So I'm so proud. If you guys want recaps for that one, I could totally do it too. The next question is what felt strong and what could have been better? I felt like my group dances were strong. I feel like my little ones, I could clean them up a little bit more technique wise. We could just go into the studio and fix things. And we did that. We went over their dance and stuff like that. And that's what we're going to do coming up to our next competition, just work on them. I fixed a couple things in my hip hop, just transition changes. For car in primary groups, they made it a rule this year that no, the primary level can't do any tricks. So beforehand, that middle group hip hop, the level 2 hip hop, I'm saying it's not the actual level 2 hip hop. But my level 2 hip hop, for me, they needed to switch their dance. One of the girls, I had to switch her flips. Even in her trio, she had a trio. And I had to switch her flips because they were both in primary, so they can't do like tricks or anything like that. And she was doing a round off back handspring. And I was like, shoot, it looks so good in the dance. So at car, I had to change it to a cartwheel round off. Still fine, looked great, but this time we're going to change it back. So I'm excited for this next competition. I feel like it would just give it a stronger finish, but I understand why. It's because they're trying to fix that primary level for what the primary levels could do, you know? So um I feel like a lot of my group dances did really, really well. Solos, we're listening to critiques this week, so it's going to be good to kind of just sit back and listen and try to fix some things. But I feel like all of them, I just don't want them to. There's a thing, I feel like I did this too. Going into dance competitions, if you do really, really well and there's no room for growth, they kind of get in this stagnant place, like especially for the kids that got first place. I don't want them to go to their heads thinking they're going to go to the next competition and get first place. I still want them to try hard. So I feel like going in and just working and really critiquing, not in a good, like, not in a good way, not in a bad way, just to make sure that what they still do at competition still comes out good for them. You know, like I want them to be confident and proud in their dances. This says judges' feedback and results. I took that from you guys. A lot of the judges in my dances, constructive criticism, especially for the littles, was technique. For my older ones, my younger middle ones, especially in their lyrical. Oh, I forgot to talk about lyrical. I always forget to talk about lyrical because it's a shared dance and I don't want to take like anything away from my other friend, Jade, while we're doing it. But our lyrical dance, there was a lot of constructive criticism for that one. I think with having a bigger group, especially them being primary and they're all kind of first time lyrical kids. Last year was their first time doing lyrical with me. It was kind of a little bit crazy. This year we kind of got it on lock, but it just takes a little bit. I think it's a learning curve because they have to learn a new style and also try to perfect it in that amount of time. And a lot of them are beginning lyrical. So a lot of judges had constructive criticism on technique and stuff like that. So we heard it. We're going to fix it. We're going to get it better. So that was one thing for lyrical. My hip hop, my primary, my bigger hip hop, they just had a lot of things about transitions, making sure the kids had the same foot, intensity, energy, faces, and stuff like that. My older kids, they talked about transitions too, and just making sure they hit in the right pockets of the music. I actually like the only thing about sometimes competitions is that you have three judges' opinions and sometimes they contradict each other. So my hip hop one was kind of like that, and same both my hip hop. So trying to get that balance to each other was kind of hard, but we kind of got it on lock of what the judges want, especially for like I haven't listened to all the solos and stuff yet. Solos and stuff yet. So kind of just listening to that would be great. The third thing, your personal take on the feedback, agree or disagree. I kind of agreed with everything that the judges said. It's stuff that I said before. So kind of just listening into that and honing in on it is a big thing for my kiddos, and just trying to make sure that they get what they need done so that they could be successful for the next competition. Memorable moments. Funny or unexpected things that happen. Funny things that happened. Let's think. Oh, I record my TikTok, so I got a lot of funny moments behind the scenes and stuff like that. Some of the dance kids are just crazy. Just seeing them out and about during competition season is so funny. A lot of them are just, I could just sit here and laugh. Them in the dressing room, all of the girls in the dressing room, oh my goodness. They're something else. They're so funny. Backstage is funny. Like, I want you guys to understand, on Friday, our competition kicked off at 2:00, and we're there from 2:00 till 12:00 at night, 7 a.m. or when the doors open the next day. And we're there till 12:00 again. And then the next day, about the same thing. So we're like sleep deprived. So a lot of things are funny. But yeah, it was just funny. We did a lot of Watch Me Whip and Watch Me Nay Nay. Backstage, we did a lot of dances as teachers because we sit on the sides of the stage during award ceremonies. So we got to dance with the kids, which was really, really fun. But yeah, competition is just very memorable. I feel like every year it's just funny. You have a lot of things that are just crazy. My favorite performance, it's actually, I'm not going to pick a favorite performance out of mine, but my favorite performance that I saw from another one, it was right after my hip hop kids went and they thought they were going against them, but they're in the elite category. They did it was called Mustard, like the dance, like Kendrick. It was so good. And I sat there and I was like, it was amazing. I love hip hop. Like hip hop dances were really good. We also saw this point dance that was like open point. Lexi, you saw the open point dance, right? What they had, like, what was it, like masks on? They had like masks on them. It was like very like it was so good. The next thing was any special interactions with dancers, coaches, judges. Not any special interactions. All the kids from my dance studio loved the backstage guy at our competition. His name was Pierce. I got to chat with him a couple times. I told him about this podcast. He said he was going to listen while he was driving. But yeah, a lot of the kids were like, oh my gosh, the backstage guy is so funny. And he's a really cool guy. And he told me all the things that he was in. And I was like, oh my goodness. But yeah, like a lot of the fun stuff, like the dancers and the coaches and stuff like that were really cool. I had a lot of coaches come up to me, asking me if I'm dancing, which was, I had one of them ask me if I was dancing still. They're like, are you dancing or are you teaching now? And I was like, I'm teaching now. And he was like, what the heck? He goes, I remember when you're dancing. And then I had a couple, what was it called? Interactions with some of the teachers. They just waved to me hi, but I just thought that was funny. I was not expecting people to recognize me and they did, and I was just like, what the heck? But yeah, and the staff at the end of Sunday night, the award ceremony, they went out and started dancing, and I was like, get it. I was so happy for them. They like literally killed it. But yeah, it was so funny to see all of them kind of just like get down and dance and have a good time, because that's what they do and that's what they're there. The next thing is lessons learned. What would you take away from this competition? I would take away to just, as a teacher, just vibe. The last 2 years, last year was really hard for me during regional time because I was filled with so much anxiety and stress, just mentally with my personal stuff. And I try to stay as calm as I can and trying to do it unmedicated too. Like, I'm not on medication for my anxiety or stuff. And at that time it was really bad. So getting through those days, it was really, really hard because you're feeling a certain type of way and you can't really navigate your emotions. But this year, I just vibed with the kids. I had a good time. It was like a really good, fun weekend. I got to go and just have fun with the kids. This is what we work for, especially on the elite team, like our competition travel team. We work hard and we try our best to be the best choreographer and teachers I could be for the kids, and the kids try to improve every single time they go. So I'm just so glad that we went and we had such a fun time. That's the only thing I could just take away, that we had fun, we worked hard, and we could continuously do that every competition we go to. It's not going to be easy every time, but it's good to see the other kids get in the competition world, because this is a lot of their first competition. So to kind of step in and kind of navigate that was really, really fun to see and watch as a teacher. Personal growth, I feel like as a teacher, I could widen on my choreography. I think it's good to see choreography from other people and kind of just take inspiration from that and just be like, oh, that's cool. Okay. Like I look at like the levels and I see like the age group and the level wise and what they push on to the kids and what they could do for choreography. So I'm like, oh, maybe I need to dial it back a little bit more, I could challenge them a little bit more. So I like going to competition to see that. Team growth, I feel like we could just work better as a team, work harder. I feel like there's no limit to how much you can improve. I feel like everybody can improve in their own way, mentally, emotionally, at competition, physically. So I feel like this competition, is really, really good for the kids to kind of learn from themselves and better themselves for the next competition. But yeah, looking ahead is our last one before we close out. What's next for you and your team? We have 2 more regionals. We got third regionals. We never did that one. We're going to another spotlight competition, and we're going to Rainbow, which is a sister competition of car. And we have those 2 things coming up, and then some of us are off to Monsters of Hip Hop, which is a hip hop competition and convention, but we're doing the convention.
Are you tired of your daily routine lacking curls and confessions? Do you find yourself tirelessly scrolling through social media, yearning for a chance to listen to some curly wisdom? Well, I have news for you. Introducing the Curly Confessions Instagram page. It contains all things curly, quirky, and confessional. Follow us for some behind the scenes, see my adventures, and my misadventures. Do you lie awake wondering, what does Kayla do when she's not recording her podcast? Well, wonder no more. Follow my personal Instagram page, Kayla M. Raymond, to find out all fun things that I do behind the scenes of my daily life. But don't miss out and hit that follow button. Thank you for listening to my Justin. Now back to you, Kayla.
So this is going to be fun. We are going to a whole different place than we normally go to. So going to that is going to be fun to see the new dancers, the new choreographers that we might have never got beforehand. And we've kind of had the same choreographers when we've gone before to the same one. So this one, we're going to have all new people, I think. And I think it's going to be so much fun to see the competition, especially like hip hop wise, because the dance classes I mostly teach are hip hop. So kind of to see that, it's going to be really, really fun. Then we have a break. We get ready for recital. The rec classes get ready for recital. Some of the competition kids are actually in some rec classes, which I think is really cool. And then we're off to nationals. And so we have 3 more competitions to go. We have a convention to do. So all of us are literally just like in for the ride. We're ready to go and just continue. But we have a week before our next competition, so I'm excited to get the kids out there and ready to head out to comp. So I feel really good about the season moving forward. I feel like we have so much to give and so much more to show, and I'm excited to see the kids just really go out there and shine. And oh my goodness, like all these dances, like I got so happy seeing them perform and go out. Like I'm tearing up. I love these kids. They work so hard. This year has been a real treat to have all of them because they do work so hard and they work well and they go out there and kill it. So I'm just so excited for them. They do amazing. This is what I love doing. I've grown up doing it. And to have it as my job is just like surreal sometimes because I'm like, it's just like feeding my little dancer heart. I don't know. But I can't believe it's my job. I love teaching. I love working with the kids. But what I was saying is the kids just continuously kill it and they rock it. And I'm just so excited to see all that they have on stage. But before we finish, I just want to shout out all of my kids. You guys rocked it. If you're listening, you guys killed it at this competition. I'm so proud. All the kids that I don't teach but are there at the studio, you guys did amazing. Like there's so many great things that happened for our studio and we rocked it and we killed it. And I couldn't be any more proud of all of you. To the kids that I teach, we worked really, really hard this year. And I'm so proud of all the strength and perseverance that we went through, adversity we went through, and to continuously show up and work hard. It's been amazing to be your teacher and to choreograph dances and then you guys bring them to life and make them 10 times better than I even imagined is just amazing. And I'm so proud to be your dance teacher. I'm so excited that we get to go through this journey together and you guys go out on stage and just kill it. So I'm so happy. To my coworkers and the director from the studio, I just love going to competition with you guys. It's been so much fun. And you guys have been in it a lot longer than me. So to see how you guys go to competition and hold yourselves just makes me want to be better. So I just want to thank you guys for dealing with me and helping me, and as well as just like having a good time. Like we work really hard for these kids. So just seeing our passion of dance shine through them and do well at competition is just amazing. And to do it with you guys is awesome. To all the people that supported me as a teacher, all the dance parents and everything that have uplifted me through the competition, giving me hugs and telling me things, I thank you. You guys make me feel happy because I work with your kids all the time and we go through so much. So to see you guys see our hard work and dedication just makes me just it means a lot. And to be your nice words and kind words have been awesome. Dance parents, dance dads, you guys rocked it. This competition, helping out, working hard, just being so supportive for the kids. They really need that. And so I'm so glad that you guys were there helping and just cheering them on. Kids who are going to competitions or in competition right now, work hard. It's well worth it. No matter what placement you get, you get to go to an experience like this and just get to try it out and have fun. So go into it with your head held high, go into it and have fun. Don't worry about what you get or what the judges say. Go out on that stage and just have so much fun. Parents, it's stressful. I know I gave my mom so many years of stress and probably gray hairs for how competition is. And so you guys are real troopers. Parents, you got this. You guys have it in the bag. Trust me, first time parents too. You guys have it. So just work hard with your kids, get it together, work towards the success for you as a parent, because you guys spend all this money for them to do it. And for the kids, work hard for your parents because they put so much money into you to do it. So just work hard, continuously work hard to be the best studio, best versions of yourselves, especially at competitions and stuff like that. Best dance parents, dance students, dance teachers. It really is a fun time, competition season, because this is what we work for as choreographers and coaches and teachers, as well as students, and it's just awesome in dancers. So with that being said, I just want to finish this episode and saying thank you guys for listening. I hope you guys like this double feature episode. To all the kids, I'm so ready for our next competition. I'm so proud of you, and I'm just so grateful that you guys are here and listening, and I will definitely see you guys next time. I'm so excited that we're doing this and posting these videos because it's so much fun for me. If you guys want to hear more in-depth stuff, if you guys want more vlogs of the weekend, let me know. I already got some good feedback on it. But yeah, I will definitely see you guys soon. And I am so grateful that you guys are here. And thank you guys for listening to Curly Confessions. Bye, everyone.